What's going on, everybody? Dialerix TV back with another video, and I would like to discuss with you all a potential trade that the Los Angeles Lakers could potentially make. This article is via Inquisitor and the headline reads, LA Lakers could explore trading Danny Green, Alex Caruso, and a 2020 first round pick for Eric Bledsoe. And the article goes on to say that the Los Angeles Lakers may have successfully risen to the top of the Western Conference, but like other teams in the league, they still have some issues on their roster. As of now, the Lakers are obviously in need of another shot creator and playmaker who is capable of stepping up when LeBron James needs to rest or if he suffers an injury. To solve one of the major weaknesses on their roster, Andy Bailey of Bleacher Report suggested that the Lakers could engage in a trade this offseason with the Milwaukee Bucks, a deal involving veteran point guard Eric Bledsoe. Andy Bailey goes on to say that in the proposed trade, the Los Angeles Lakers will be sending a package that includes Danny Green, Alex Caruso, and a 2020 first round pick to the Bucks in exchange for Eric Bledsoe and Wesley Matthews. If the trade becomes a reality, Bailey believes that it will help both teams improve their roster. He says, for the Bucks, getting a first round pick might help soften the blow of giving up the best player in this deal, but Green certainly helps too. The Bucks' model of surrounding Giannis with as much shooting as possible has been a good one, and Green is a more reliable shooter than Bledsoe. His size also makes him a bit more believable as a multi-positional defender. He won't do nearly as much on his own, but the Bucks already have Giannis and Middleton to handle most of the playmaking duties. So if you guys would like to read the entire article, the link is in the description box. So LeBron James and Eric Bledsoe have been tied to each other for quite some time now, even back when LeBron James was in Cleveland. So possibly this trade could happen in the near future with LeBron James officially now running the Los Angeles Lakers front office. Because at first I knew in my heart of all hearts that Magic Johnson was just the face for the Los Angeles Lakers and not the president of basketball operations, this so-called ridiculous title that he had, which I was the first person who actually stood on the front lines with that bold claim. Even Rob Pelinka, I knew Rob Pelinka wasn't even the man calling any of the shots at all, and I knew that he was Kobe Bryant's right-hand man. But now that Kobe Bryant is gone, LeBron James is in full position to call the shots for the Lakers, and Kobe had to be pushed out of the way in order for that to happen. Okay, so now J.R. Smith, who was someone that was just rumored for the longest of joining the Lakers, who happens to be a very close friend of LeBron, who happens to be signed to Clutch Sports, LeBron James sports agency, okay, couldn't make the team at first, but then now all of a sudden he gets the nod to join the team after Kobe's gone. Okay, even Carmelo Anthony, who is LeBron James' banana boat buddy, couldn't get on the team back then. But anyway, I actually think this is a great trade for both parties. Do I see this happening? Most likely not, but Danny Green is a great spot up shooter. I think Wesley Matthews is slightly a better on-ball defender than Danny Green, but in terms of shooting, their shooting percentages are pretty much neck and neck. Danny Green shoots 37% beyond the perimeter and Wesley Matthews shoots about 39% from the three, so their numbers are very much similar. I think Eric Bledsoe would be a major upgrade at the point guard position. He's someone who can create for himself, and he's a very solid point guard. He's great at driving the lane. He's a decent shooter. He's also aggressive. So I think the Lakers, if they were able to acquire Chris Middleton in a return, which I highly doubt, but I think that would be still in a very outstanding trade. I do believe that Giannis will eventually leave, but I think this trade, in my opinion, seems much more realistic. I do think this trade could happen, but I just don't see that deal getting done. But the very last thing I would like to transition to and like to discuss in this last half of this video, I personally think that the Lakers are now rebuilt and changed from how they were constructed from the beginning of the season as to what made them well built and well created and well put together. They were a great team to start the season, and I'm not saying that they're bad, but I think the Lakers have players on the roster now that they all do the exact same thing. And this was the problem last year when in LeBron James' first season, there were a lot of players on the roster who did the exact same thing, and you heard Charles Barkley speak about this. You signed J.R. Smith, but you had Dion Waiters, who these guys' game isn't much different. You have Danny Green, Kyle Kuzma, all these players are very much similar. I thought that the Lakers were built well to start the season, but as I stated, I thought that they needed more defensive weapons and needed to be more intense they needed more intensity and a dog mentality at the wing position, and that's why I stated that they should trade for Marcus Morris. But I think that Wesley Matthews, if they were to make that trade, could possibly be a slight improvement. But now I feel like the roster has been tampered with, in my own opinion, and now I think the Lakers are just adding some of the same players to the roster. But hey, we'll just have to see. We'll see what happens in the playoffs or this so-called whack new bubble tournament that they got going on. But I think Eric Bledsoe will be a great addition, in my opinion. I don't know if the Lakers even have any more draft picks left from after the Anthony Davis trade. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out.